You know, I probably should double check that everyone was ready, huh?
I think I'm ready.
Yeah?
Of course.
Let's
Ready.
do some audio tests.
Yeah.
Hawaii's beating Wyoming.
Are they?
By 7.
Alright. Well, they were called the Rainbow Warriors from the past.
They should still be.
I know, right?
It's a cool ass name.
I will let our chat know that we're live.
Check. Check.
Checkmate. Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Oof. Sorry.
What the fuck?
Johnny. Gotta do something here.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. We should cut it.
It's muted.
I don't know. Where's that coming from?
It's haunted. The mic is unplugged.
I'll see if it comes up on mine. Of course, I'm gonna have to fucking wait through an ad.
I think it's because my phone was next to it.
Gotta love the worst produced show on the internet.
Yeah, I gotta love it. Check. I don't understand what's happening right now. The games aren't doing anything.
I don't know.
Oh well. This is fine enough.
Yeah.
We'll just pull this up.
Yeah. Alright, cool.
Crank that shit.
Sure.
Hello everybody, and we each picked 10
Can't
movies.
see my head. The fuck? There. Sure. Oh my god.
Jesus, I thought we had this fine.
Leave that big old fat blue Yeti right in the way.
Well, is our audio okay? It's not coming in through the blue Yeti, I don't think.
Is that what the problem is?
Huh? It says it is, but it doesn't seem to be, and that's the weird thing about it. Like, it should be going in the red when I tap on it. And it's not. Hey, Norm!
What's up, Norm? Alright.
Check. Check.
Using a Blue Yeti.
Well, Alright, let's do this test. Usually I plug in the Blue Yeti on this side. It's still not doing anything.
That's gotta be the Yeti mic.
Alright.
It's gotta be.
Well, let's... Hello? Let's just crank the gains and see what happens.
Alright.
Alright, it seems to be working.
And now we don't have mic or cam.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's Blue Yeti for sure. Yep. Here we are again. Alright.
Alright.
Thanks for sticking around, Norm.
Yeah, thanks.
Son of a bitch. Let's just hope we don't have that feedback again. That was...
Oh my god, I don't know what that was.
Oh man, I can't wait to hear that in the YouTube video. Jeez, like crackers.
What the fuck?
Did it?
Here's the problem, is when I tap on the mic,
yeah,
nothing goes into the red, and I'm confused by that. So that means that neither of the mics seem to be working, and... Hang on a second. The audio's coming through this. I didn't know this had a microphone in it.
Huh.
Alright, how... Fuck, how do... Check. What the fuck? I have no idea how to do this.
Well, guess we'll just have to deal with it.
Check. Do. Check. That's because I'm unplugging it, and now that mic is working, I'm gonna plug this in, and hopefully it does the same thing. Why? Why is it doing that? Maybe... Let's see... Alright, now Yeti is actually popping up. Originally it wasn't popping up for some reason. Alright, now that I blew everyone's ears out. Oh, right, I need to fix the video again.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Our technical issues are over with now.
Knock on wood.
The gains are a little... I have the gains cranked, so I'll put it more down here in the yellow.
There you go. Good.
And we should be fine now.
Yeah. Thank you for the help, Norm.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, we're pretty fucking clueless at this stuff, so...
Man, we almost never use this webcam.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's a $12 webcam.
I know.
And it never works correctly.
No.
At least not in a way I want
it'll
it
probably
to.
freeze.
Or fall over. It falls over a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Much
hello.
appreciated.
I'm Johnny Juicebox.
Mike Shake.
And we just spent 11 minutes doing technical troubleshooting.
That's
and
fine.
Like half an hour of technical troubleshooting before this. So
pretty much.
Today, each of us have come up with 10 more movies to watch around Halloween. So anyone doing the counting will know that that's 20 movies.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about 20 movies.
Yeah. Or shows or something.
Sure. I said
something that we watch around Halloween season.
I said movies. Last year I told Mike to pick 10 movies, and one of the movies he picked was a show.
Hey, I'm a rebel. What can I say? What can I say?
Hey, Nightbot's back.
Hey, Nightbot's back. Yay. Yay.
I fixed Nightbot.
Yeah, but I'm a rebel. I don't care.
Alright, so who's going to start this?
Do we want to do like rock, paper, scissors? Flip a coin. You've got enough coins. You got any die?
Not on me.
I'll go first.
You want to flip this one? Or...
Yeah, that's fine.
we could flip this one.
What is
from
that?
Player 2.
Oh, sweet. Let's go.
I don't know which is heads and which is tails.
That'll be tails. This will be heads.
All right.
Oh, tails.
Tails? Wait, nobody called anything.
Oh, do it again. Heads.
It's heads. You go first.
Okay. All right. So
All
are you
right.
ready?
It's time.
Thank you, Norm. Thanks for popping in, man.
Yeah.
Good luck with the move tomorrow.
Hey, good luck.
Yeah. All right. My first one is The Exorcist.
The Exorcist?
I was gonna go with that last year, and I kind of blanked. I mean, The Exorcist. I mean, I just actually watched that this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was some football on. I'm like, I don't fucking care. I want to finish up The Exorcist. It's just a monumental movie.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
I mean, me and my brother Tim, he's not the biggest horror fan.
Yeah.
But every once in a while he'll, when Father Karras' mother dies, she always likes to say, Adimi, why you do this to me, Adimi? So me and my brother Timmy will all of a sudden will go, Dame, why you do this to me, Dame? I just think it's such a I think what really makes it so creepy and such a good Halloween movie is when the movie opens and you got Lancaster Marin in the desert, and then they're digging, obviously, I think they're in Afghanistan or they're in Iraq.
I think it's in Iraq.
Yeah, and, they find, what is it? The hell's the name of the demon?
Pazuzu.
And that's all of a sudden it's such a creepy scene because all of a sudden you see like Marin, you can just tell that he knows that there's something coming when you see like there's a clock that stops and it's like, oh boy.
Yep.
And then you see the dogs fighting and it's like, this is, it's supposed to be the oncoming of something big.
Yeah.
And it's such a fun movie to watch around Halloween time because, it kind of, with Ellen Burnson as, the mom, it's right around fall season. And, going into, like, Thanksgiving time. So, I mean, you kind of have that fallish type atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
That is really one of the first movies besides the Blair Witch Project that I was actually scared to watch.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What I like about that movie is just how helpless like the mom feels.
Right.
Where it's very much just there's just watching all of this terrible shit happen to your kid.
Right.
And there's nothing you can do.
Right.
Like, and you have all these doctors and all these people just coming around, and you...
Right.
No one can do anything.
Right. And you have neurologists, you have psychiatrists.
Yeah.
I mean, they do how many tests on Reagan, and, Right. That's the thing about it. It's like, whoa. And then what's cool, too, like a little... factoid, and one of those technicians, when they're giving her the shot for the MRI, he was a real life
serial killer.
Yes.
Yep.
That was fucking wild when I realized afterwards.
They also injured Linda Blair on the set of that movie.
Yeah, she's had back problems since.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's just such a great movie. I read the book too. The book it matches the book pretty well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know the author doesn't.
I know William Friedkin did not like that.
Yeah.
No.
But whatever.
No, I think...
Well, William Friedkin, who was the director...
Yeah, that was William Peter Blatty was the author.
Friedkin didn't like a lot of the religious subtext of the book, and the book is heavy with religious subtext.
Yeah.
Actually, just religious overtext.
I mean, it's two fucking exorcists going against a demon. I mean, come on, it's somewhat religious.
Yeah.
But that's my first one.
All right.
How about you, Johnny?
My first one is the original Candyman.
Oh, with Tony Todd.
Tony Todd. That movie is so good.
Yeah.
It's a fun watch.
It is. It's a hard watch, too, because you got to feel bad for Virginia Madsen.
Yeah. Yeah, you do, because, man, Candyman just wrecks this poor woman's life.
In so many more ways than one.
Just fucking bananas.
Yep. It's a fun movie.
And, I just love how... all the duality that Tony Todd brings to the character, where everything he says sounds like a double entendre, where it sounds like someone, full-on seducing someone.
Yeah.
And, but it's just terrifying shit. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, the way they do the audio in that movie, it's fantastic. They do that heavy reverb of Tony Todd's voice. And I used to actually have ringtones and notifications on my phone.
Yeah.
That was my notification ringtone around Halloween season.
What was?
Tony Todd saying, Helen. And that when he first sees her in the
garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's
so cool.
It's very good.
Oh.
Tony, I don't think anyone else could have done that.
No. Not at that time.
I think
period, no.
anyone else who went into that role would have played it straight creepy.
Right.
And Tony Todd did this just great.
He did. He was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, because that was a Clive Barker film, correct? Or that was a Clive Barker
it's
book.
Based on a Clive Barker, I want to say
Is it a short story? Yeah, that's right.
But don't quote me on that.
I mean, we should probably know. We did cover the was it
was
BBs,
years
right?
ago.
Yeah. No, that was last year.
It was years ago.
Years ago. Yeah. Yeah, but that's a great movie. Yeah.
Yep, it's very fun.
Yeah.
Very entertaining.
Yeah.
Tony Todd ate bees.
Yeah. Yeah, for what, 10,000?
Or
how many bee stings?
I think he part of his contract for all of the movies was he gets $10,000 per bee sting, and over the course of the 3 movies, he got stung. I think it was like 24 times.
Yeah. So he made a good paycheck.
So he made an extra what, 240,000?
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. He deserves it. I mean, you're dealing with live bees, dude.
If I remember right, he didn't get stung at all in the first
No,
movie.
nope.
So that means all of the bee stings came from the second two.
Right. That's actually a movie that first time I ever watched that.
Two?
And I was talking to you. You know, the first time I ever seen the second one, it was okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it was all right.
It's got cool ideas in it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was Virginia Madsen, though.
I mean, yeah, but she's dead.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
I know. Shocker. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, if you've watched us long enough.
Yep.
You should know.
You probably should know.
You should.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right, that's you.
Oh. All right.
Your second one.
This is a really good one. You may have not watched it nearly as much, but it's something I like to watch. It's a psychological horror, demon horror, Exorcism of Emily Rose.
It's a legal procedure.
It's a horror movie.
It's a procedural drama.
It's a horror movie.
Because it is a horror movie.
It is.
You're right.
It is. I know.
It's not as much about the possession as it is about the legal backlash.
I know. I like that though.
It's
Laura Linney in this movie is so good.
Yeah, I don't dislike this movie.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just something.
I feel like it's never streaming anywhere.
No, it isn't.
So
it
I
isn't.
haven't really watched it.
I actually watched it on my fucking DVD because I haven't looked for a Blu-ray. But
the last time I watched it, I rented it from Blockbuster.
See, yeah, it's a very It's not to say it's underrated, but I think it's a very good film.
And I was like, this movie is pretty good,
right.
And then never watched it again.
I like it.
I think I watched it twice before I returned it. So.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like the proceedings of because it's originally a German case.
It's based on the possession of Annalise Michel.
There you go. Yeah, I'm glad you remember that. I would have not remembered that name. Yes, but it's based on that, and I think the best part is when they do the exorcism. I must have rewound this probably a good 50 times since I've watched it.
Yeah.
You know, is when she starts naming the demons, you know, and then she goes all crazy, and because Jennifer Carpenter, I really like her.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, being Deb and Dexter and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I like the movie. I
think I just saw her in something else.
I don't know. I like Jennifer Carpenter though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a creepy feel, you know. It's a person, even if they are possessed or if they're not possessed, they have some serious problems.
I mean, being possessed is a pretty serious
problem. Well, I mean, even if you're not, I mean,
yeah.
You know, you have some severe and persistent mental illness, so
right.
Yeah. But that's my second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, John?
My second one is The Wicker Man, the original.
I was gonna say the OG or the one with crazy Nicolas Cage.
The OG or the bad one that you can't find the fun ending for anymore.
No.
Because the only version of this movie that they sell is I think it's called the unrated version or the director's cut, and it doesn't have not the bees ending.
Yeah, I know. J.Z. Janae said that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I was specifically looking around for a cut of that movie that does have that, and could not find it. No. And I was like, well, I'm not buying a version of this movie.
I even watched that on Showtime last year.
Yeah.
And it cut it out.
Really?
Yes, on a fucking movie channel.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's like, what happened to the bees scene? That's why I'm watching this pile. Anyways,
it's literally the best scene. Well, I mean, that scene and the scene where Nicolas Cage punches a woman in the face, those are the two best scenes in the movie.
Craziness. Yes, but the OG with Christopher Lee is fantastic.
Oh my god. It just presents this really fascinating, comparison and contrast between two different faiths.
Yeah.
And almost like a war between those faiths.
Right.
And it's just very creepy and unsettling through the whole movie.
Right.
It does something that I don't think any horror films have done since then.
Yeah.
At least not as well.
Yeah, I agree.
The closest thing I would say is Midsommar, but it still doesn't quite catch that.
No.
Like, it's really good, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Like, also, Wicker Man is kind of like a musical.
I know.
Do you not like that part? Where they just keep singing all the time?
No! But that's what it is, though.
At least it's diegetic.
Yeah. I mean, at least it has Christopher Lee.
Yeah, I mean, it's Christopher Lee. He has to sing.
Yeah. Fucking badass metal guy.
Contractually obligated. Man, Christopher Lee did more in his life than anyone in the world could ever hope to do.
Oh, he's such a gem.
And it's a shame that we lost him so
Yeah,
early.
I know.
I know he was pretty old, but
He was old.
He deserved to live longer.
He did. He did. Yep. Yeah, but it's a fun movie.
Oh, it's
I take that back. It's a good movie, but it's sometimes hard to watch.
It is a kind of difficult to watch movie, and I feel like it's one of those ones where, like, when you're younger, you tend not to like respect it as much, and then you get older and you watch it and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
absolutely, I understand.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, it's like, if you watch this movie as a kid, you're gonna be like, come on, where are the scary bits? And
right. You're not gonna understand it.
And if you're an adult, you're like, oh no, the whole thing is the scary bit.
You're not gonna understand that as a kid.
You might, depending on...
Right, I highly doubt it.
But probably not.
No.
I feel like this is one of those movies I would have latched onto if I watched it as a kid, though. Yeah. I latched onto a lot of movies like that are like this. So, you know, I might have.
Right. Okay. On to my third?
Yeah.
Are you done?
Yeah, I don't really have a lot more to say other than watch movies with Christopher Lee in them.
Yeah. Except the first Star Wars.
No, definitely watch those. He's awesome in Star Wars Episode 2.
He is. What is it?
Count Dooku?
Count Dooku.
Or, I think they might say his Sith name once in that movie.
Yeah.
What is it again? Sith name
hang on. Well, you got Sidious, you got Vader. Oh, I can't fucking remember. What is it?
His name is Darth Tyrannus.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Alright, my third one is Signs.
Signs?
Hell yeah, dude.
Alien movie.
I got a couple alien movies on there. Yeah.
I don't know. I never see alien movies as Halloween movies.
I don't know. I
don't know why.
I like Signs because it. Well, I mean, it's a great fucking movie, but I mean, it just kind of reminds me a little bit of Fall with the corn and you know, I don't know.
I could kind of see that.
You know, I think it's obviously summertime, but you know that corn aspect. You know, I don't know. It always has that creepy feel, especially when Joaquin Phoenix is in that closet and he sees that fucking that alien in Brazil. Vamonos, get out of the way! Oh my god, it's so lasting. I mean, it has that piece of shit Mel Gibson in it, but yeah. I mean, it has that M. Night Shyamalan twist at the end.
Yeah.
You know, where he kind of finds his faith again, and
sure.
You know, I just think it's such a fun movie.
Yeah.
You know, you got, really, I hate to say it, even though Mel is a piece of shit, he is pretty damn good. He was good in it. You know.
Sure.
You got one of the Culkin brothers in there. I don't know. It's just it's a movie that sticks with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see
Yeah.
it.
I didn't watch it this Halloween season, but I may watch it tomorrow. I probably won't watch it tomorrow. I may though. I don't know.
Hey, whatever happens.
Yeah. I mean, you know, there's just some memorable scenes in that.
It is officially the day before Halloween.
It is. All Hallows Eve.
Halloween.
That's all I got for my third one. What about you, Jenny?
Well, I have opera for my third one.
Oh.
Opera.
Yeah, we watched this.
Yep. I love opera.
Yeah.
I have a collector's edition of opera.
Was this the movie that we could barely hear?
No. You're
What
thinking
is that
of
movie?
The Church.
The Church.
Which is another really good movie.
Yeah.
It's just the version that they had on
Holy
Shudder
shit,
had no
dude.
audio.
Oh my god, you had to crank it.
We had to turn the sound bar almost all the way
Well, no,
up.
we were watching that on the PS4.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the
so
Church
we were
app.
all watching it with headphones.
Yeah.
And we had to turn the headphones all the way up.
Yeah. And we had Sino with us at that point.
Oh yeah, Sino was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that was Sino's pick for movie night.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah. What about the movie do you like, Jenny?
Oh, I love opera. Opera just has really cool visuals. I thought that I touched this the trash bag and thought it was the cat.
No, it's not in there. No.
It has really neat visuals. Basically, this movie is about an opera singer who is being stalked by someone who is killing all of the people around her.
Okay.
And it's a Dario Argento film.
Yeah.
And it's a giallo.
Yep.
All the killer is just like a black hand through the whole thing.
Yeah.
But this has one of those scenes that is one of those scenes that sticks with you, and it's when the killer is killing someone, he always kills them in front of the opera singer, who's the lead character.
Yeah.
And what he does is he ties her up, and then he has tape that has needles across it, and then he tapes that to her eyes so she can't close her eyes.
Awful.
Yeah.
That is awful to even think about.
And it always zooms in on the eyes. And,
right. It's awful. That's awful.
Fucking appalling.
Awful. My God.
It's a great film. I love this movie. It's
actually pretty fast paced too.
It's we're going this. It's a Dario Argento movie, so he's we don't have time to fuck around.
Right.
We've got a budget.
I like that. Push forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He almost reminds me of Roger Corman, where he's just he's just you can tell he has a higher budget than Roger Corman usually does.
Oh yeah,
but
I mean, that doesn't say much.
He's just all right, this is gonna be a fast paced movie. Let's go.
Yeah.
Suspiria, the very first thing we see is just someone getting killed.
Yeah.
Almost all these movies start with kills.
Right.
And if I remember right, this one has a Goblin soundtrack too.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you get to hear Goblin's background music with opera going on.
Yeah.
So it's
pretty cool.
It's a very cool movie.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen opera, you should.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's on anything right now, but
I don't know.
It might be on Shudder. Shudder always has a lot of Dario
Maybe.
Argento stuff.
Maybe if not, you just gotta wait.
If not, look for it.
Yep.
It's worth it.
Yep. All right.
It's all you.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Alien.
Alien?
Hell yeah! Yeah, one of the best Ridley Scott movies.
I mean,
I just watched this with my dad last Saturday.
I think it's safe to say this is one of like 2 good Ridley Scott movies.
He has a couple, a few.
And the only reason I'm giving him 2 is because I think he did Blade Runner.
He did.
All right.
He did Gladiator too. That was a good movie.
Yeah,
that was a good movie.
I don't like Gladiator much.
Yeah, I like.
It's
Russell,
all right.
I like Russell Crowe in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to Russell Crowe?
Yeah. Well, he went in a Unhinged. Watch that video, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Watch that video.
I don't know where it is, but we did a video on. I know it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it was a Twitch stream.
I don't know how long ago it was. So.
Yeah, that was last year. Last year for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, but Alien. I mean, come on. You know about Alien. I mean, it is just such a creepy, horrifying film.
Yeah. It's a great one.
Oh, it's so good. Especially when it was the actual sound and actual reactions when what's his face when they're eating spaghetti.
Yeah.
And they have that, the alien pop out.
Yeah.
Those are the actual reactions of the actors.
Yeah, because
it's so unique.
They told them like something's going to happen, but they didn't tell them like exactly what was going to happen.
No.
I think they said in the script it just says the alien reveals itself.
Yes. Yeah, and then you can hear, I can never remember her name, but
Sigourney Weaver?
No, the other one. When she screams, that's her actual scream. Oh my God! And it's like, it's like, holy crap. Yeah.
Oh, that's just a great scene.
It is. And you gotta love, what's the name of the cat?
Jonesy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I would say this is definitely a Halloween flick.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you can see it, but we've got the chest burster up in the net over there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's just a movie to watch not only during Halloween time, but
it's a movie
anytime.
to watch all the time.
Yeah, it's just
watch Alien.
Yeah.
I know the kids are dumb and don't like it or whatever, but
I mean,
fuck the kids.
Just respect it what it is, and it's a revolutionary movie.
It's like Lazarus James. We were watching their video, or I was watching their stream last night, and it was like reading 1-star reviews for good movies.
Yeah.
And one of them was for Alien.
Oh, fuck off! Who gave a 1-star?
Someone who was like, the person said that they saw it like way back, like they saw it in theaters when it first came out, and they were just like, I thought it was stupid then, and I gave it another chance several times, and I was just like, no, it's bad. That person is it's stupid that they have a cat on the ship.
Gives a shit.
Everyone's choices are stupid.
Oh, fuck off.
The alien is just a guy in a suit and it looks stupid.
What the fuck do you think it's going to be, an actual alien?
Well, I mean, I think it's only a guy in a suit in one scene.
Yeah.
And it's the event scene.
Yeah.
And otherwise it's an animatronic.
I mean, come on.
Sure. Or a puppet.
Yeah, I mean, give me a break. It's such a good movie.
Oh, it's a great movie.
And I classify it as sci-fi horror.
I mean, it is a horror film.
Yeah. Yep. Especially when they first see the aliens and the eggs. And it attaches to his face.
I'll never be able to watch that scene the same way again ever since I listened to the Alien film reroll.
Okay.
I don't remember if you listened to that.
I did it, yeah.
But there's just a part where like the alien jumps on his face and it's like, all right, well he's face hugging you now. roll to stay conscious, and he's like, oh I succeed. I stay conscious. He's like, well, that's probably not for the best.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're probably going to wish you were unconscious about now because something goes down your throat.
Right.
That's a good show.
Huh?
Kara, who I rated last night, is on
you
that
did?
show. Yeah.
God, she was on that late?
Yeah.
God damn.
She was on for a while after that, too.
Oh,
so, cool. Death Stranding.
Oh, okay. Cool.
which is a very underrated game.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
I've never played it. I know Cino always talks about it and says I wouldn't be very interested in it, so...
No. You don't seem to like a lot of like open world games.
I love open world games.
It's a very open world game with a huge environment and things.
Well, you said, it's basically about like a pandemic, so it's like, I don't feel like touching that again.
Well, it was... Yeah, but it came out in 2020, I think.
Yeah.
And we were all playing it a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't get too far into it.
Right.
I really liked it, but... I really like a lot of games and then just never finish them.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's Alien. I mean, you should have probably fucking watched it by now.
Yeah, you should have watched it by now. What's wrong with you? Why
it's
haven't
the
you watched
70s.
Alien?
Come on now. Yep. How about you, Johnny?
4, I put Shudder.
Ooh.
The original Shudder.
The original Shudder.
Shudder.
On Shudder.
Is it on Shudder right
I don't know.
It might be.
Probably. It should be.
I think it's on Prime or Shudder.
Is that good?
I saw it streaming somewhere and I was like,
Good.
holy shit.
Right.
So, Shudder is a film about a photographer.
Yeah.
Really, I don't really know how to explain this. But basically, it's about a photographer who keeps taking photos and a ghost keeps showing up in it.
Yep.
And his wife or fiance or
Yeah.
I think it's his wife, and I get the American remake and the original mixed up because both of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
But the original it takes the cake.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's it for a lot of that stuff.
What?
I said that's the way that it is for a lot of that stuff. The OG is usually a lot better.
There's something about Japanese directors where they're just able to capture.
Yep.
They're just able to capture creeping dread and things like that really well.
Yeah.
Because very much this movie is just about. It's very much a mystery. It reminds me a little bit of Ring.
Yeah.
Where if you've ever read the book Ring, it is a lot more about. Well, the movie's kind of like it, but really the book is just a straight mystery.
Yeah.
It's almost no horror because we never see the ghost at all,
Right.
and people don't die disfigured like they do in the movie in the book.
Yeah.
What happens is they just kind of drop dead.
Right.
So like they'll be like, yeah, these these six teenagers all just dropped dead of heart failure.
Right.
And,
Yeah, it's fucked up.
yeah,
Yeah, it's fucked up.
but Shudder, not Ring. Although I could have put that on here and I didn't.
It's all right.
Spoiler. I like Ring a lot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think Ju-On is a better series because Ring has one good film out of like 9.
Yeah. Pretty much. Unless
Unless you count Sadako versus Kayako as a Ring film, which I guess we can.
Good.
But
Good.
I mean, we can. That one's good. I know a lot of people will be like, no, it's not good because they don't fight each other all the way through the movie. And it's like, dude.
Neither does most fucking things. Neither does Terminator and T-1000 really until later in the film.
But it very much is
Right.
just
Deal with it.
yeah, fuck you.
Sure.
Shudder is a very good movie.
It is.
About good stuff. It's got a great mystery in it.
Yeah.
Cool ghost photos, which is a thing that I feel like you don't get to see as often in movies anymore.
Right.
I mean, we get to see it all the time because of PSC.
Yep. 100%.
100%.
God, I miss that show.
I do too. We'll do, we have to do the sequel to Raw, which I think is Forbidden or Disturbed.
Something like that.
I think maybe it's Disturbed and the last one's Forbidden.
That takes a lot of that's a long prep work for that show.
I mean, it is and it isn't.
Yeah. It's a lot.
I think the episodes are only like 20 to 30
I know,
minutes
but
long
that's
usually.
I mean, when they're 8 to
So
10 episodes,
I think it usually takes us like 3.5 hours to do it, which is like a long movie.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it feels 10 times longer.
It does because a lot of that stuff sucks.
Yeah.
Because it isn't PSC, it's raw. Yeah.
PSC
Anyways.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it, because this is a movie that you really need to watch.
Yeah.
And because it's got a mystery, I don't want to spoil shit.
No. For the first time, we're probably not going to spoil anything.
Well, this isn't a deep dive into a movie. This is movies you should watch.
Yeah. And shows. And shows.
Sure. Mike, go for it.
Speaking of shows, I'm going to talk about an episode that I always watch, usually on Halloween.
Yeah?
And I didn't get to last year because I was here. But usually I do. But it's Twilight Zone. The episode is Odyssey of Flight 33. It's basically... It has... The first time I watched it, it was when I graduated from college at UK. It was, obviously it was during, the New Year's Eve, spectacular on Sci-Fi. And it had that creepy ass feeling to it. Where it's almost like, you know what it's like? It's like the Langoliers. Okay. Where they go back in time and then all of a sudden they come too far behind. Yeah. And then you can see, like, all of a sudden, like the pilot says, I feel like we're going faster than we should.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, basically the navigator is like, I haven't seen speeds like this ever. Yeah. And then they go back in time and you can, they're like, if you look outside, are those dinosaurs? And it's so cheesy. You can tell, like, they're little dinosaurs like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is typical Rod Serling right here.
It's a great episode.
It is. And then they go, a little bit more forward, and they don't go forward enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're at the 19...
Isn't it like the 20s?
Yeah, because I think it's the World Fair.
Yeah.
The World's Fair is when it is. And it's like, what are they going to do now? They're going to run out of fuel.
Yeah.
It just has that creepy feeling because all of a sudden, they have the captain's and the pilot's perspective and the co-pilot. Mm-hmm. And then they go back into the actual passengers and there's a I think he's either Navy or Air Force. And you can tell, he can tell that there's something going on. And that's where it's like, it isn't the craziness of the pilots or, it's just fun. It's just an episode that, it's just a classic to me.
Yeah.
And I like to watch on Halloween because it gives that creepy feel.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much you watch it. It just has that creep feel because it's like, what if that happens when you're in a plane and you can't do anything about it?
Yeah, what if you go back in time?
I don't know. I mean, that's not possible, but it's always on your mind. Because you are in basically a big old boat going 500 miles an hour. So it's wild. But that's what I watch. Usually. I got another episode of another show coming up that I do watch on Halloween. Yes. That's my fifth one, Johnny. What's yours?
I have the original Dracula with Bela Lugosi.
Oh.
Which is definitely a classic.
It is.
One of only 2 times Bela Lugosi played Dracula in film. And he was chosen for the role because of his portrayal in the stage show.
Yeah.
Because it was on Broadway.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of people don't know, a lot of movies back then ended up adapted from stage shows. Yeah. So the Dracula film is not actually a direct adaptation of the book, it's an adaptation of the stage production.
Okay. Okay.
And a lot of the times they would be like, oh, well, such and such played in the stage production. Let's grab them for this role.
Okay.
And Bela Lugosi apparently had to fight very hard to get on this role because he was pretty old at the time.
Right.
I want to say he was like 45.
Right. Imagine that being old now.
Well, I mean...
Back then it was.
Well, it was old because for a leading man.
Yeah.
So, they wanted Dracula to be like a young, kind of sexy guy who could seduce women.
Right.
And they did not see Bela Lugosi that way.
Right.
But people fought for him.
Yeah.
And he just knocks it out of the park in that movie. Him and the guy who plays Renfeld.
Yep.
He also plays the assistant in Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And that guy has such crazy eyes.
Right.
He's brilliant.
Yeah.
And he plays like a crazy person so well. Like just a person who's lost their mind. And you just... Like, there's a scene in that movie where he's in a basement where he's downstairs and he's just doing this. And, the camera looks straight into his eyes.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
So,
he's a great character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, definitely watch this movie.
Come on, it's the OG, dude.
Yeah. There is another Dracula movie I would usually recommend too.
Which one? One of the ones with Christopher Lee?
Yeah. I definitely recommend The Horror of Dracula.
Okay.
Too.
Alright.
Because Christopher Lee's a great Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Because that was Hammer Dracula, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going with Bela, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
The OG, dude. Yeah. Alright. Now we're number 6, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Alright, my 6th one is The Thing.
The Thing?
Hell yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yep.
Some of the best special effects in a movie.
And it just has such a creepy feel.
Oh.
It has such a creepy feel. I know a lot of these I watched a lot during the year. Not only specifically around Halloween, but it's just a year-long film that anytime you see it on TV or you see it streaming and it's like, man, I'm going to watch that.
Yeah.
Because it even opens up with that creepy feeling of, that dog, and it's like, there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
And then the dog obviously goes on, and it's like, uh-oh. Because you feel bad for the guy, too. Because you got those beautiful huskies, you know. And then, it just has that fucking terrifying feeling because you're out there in the middle of the Antarctics, and what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You're not going to bring this into civilian population for how fast it assimilates.
Yeah.
And you got badass, what the hell's his name? Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
What's the black guy's name again?
Oh, I don't remember who's in that movie.
Oh, but he's a badass. He's the guy who fought Roddy Piper.
Yeah. He's from They Live.
Yeah. Either way, he's a fucking great character.
Yeah.
Then you got Wheels. You got, that kind of creepy feeling of, that's...
Oh, it's got what's-his-face from the Diabetes guy.
Yeah.
I love that scene in that movie where they lock him in they lock him in that shed and they just keep going back to him and you can just see him.
He's losing his fucking mind.
Just little things. I think the last time you see him, he's literally in the middle of tying up a noose and they're like, "Are you doing all right?" And he's just like, "Please let me out of here."
It's like this guy is not doing okay. He's not. And it's so good. Oh, God, I love that movie.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Oh.
It has one of the best jump scare scenes in any movie.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of jump scares.
Uh-huh.
You know me.
Yeah.
But the blood sample scene is a perfect.
Oh, it's so good.
A perfect example of how to do jump scares right.
Yes.
Where it's just, I love how they film that scene because it's just silence.
Yes.
And
they do it perfectly.
Silence.
Yes.
As he's going through and sticking the hot poker in each of the blood samples.
Yeah.
And then he sticks it in the one that everyone thinks it's him, and it's not.
It's not.
And then he sticks it in the next one, and then that's the one.
Yeah. And I love the... I can't ever remember his name.
They build tension so well in that movie.
Yes, and then you have the guy... I think he's the doctor. After the guy starts spazzing out, he goes, I think it's one of my favorite lines in the movie, "Get me the fuck out of here!" Oh, this fucking guy is just starting to fucking blow up, basically. Because at that point he's strapped to the couch.
Yep.
Yeah,
because
he's tied up.
They duct tape him to the fucking couch.
Yeah.
Get me the fuck out of here!
Oh, it's so good, dude. It's so good.
Great movie.
Yeah. It's just, there's so many good scenes in that movie.
I know.
And it's such an eerie feeling.
Like, we've talked about scenes that stick with you.
Yes. And there are multiple
I
in that
feel like
film.
The Thing has, like, scenes where half of the scenes in the movie stick with you.
Oh, yeah.
It's like every time I think of that movie, I think of like Kurt Russell playing chess with the computer and then dumping coffee on the computer.
That was whiskey.
Or whiskey.
It was his glass of whiskey. He's like, all right, I'm
dumps
done.
it on the chess computer.
Yeah.
It's got fucking like the famous table scene.
Oh yeah.
With the legs that come out of the head, which they spoofed in It.
Yeah.
I think It Chapter 2, actually.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that happens, and I think Bill Hader has what the fuck is that?
Yeah, because that was the dog, right?
What?
That was the dog scene?
No, that was when they open the fridge and then Stan's head is in there, and
that's
then
right.
his head like sprouts legs.
Yeah, that's right.
And turns into the fucking thing from The Thing. God, it's a great movie.
Oh, it's so fun. Oh, it's such an eerie feeling. What do you do? I mean, if you're Kurt Russell at the end, obviously spoilers, you should have fucking seen it by now. But I mean, what do you do at the end? You know you're gonna die.
What, you think the biggest named actor in this movie is gonna die?
I mean, but either way, I mean, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
There's no way you can allow yourself to go back to the population.
No, and there's no way they could, even if they wanted to.
No. Oh, because the chopper blew up.
The chopper blew up. Yep. The radios are
everything
destroyed.
Is gone. And even their camp is gone.
Yep.
On fire. Yep. It's just such a good movie.
It's great.
All right, that's all I got to say about that. You should have watched it by now. Thank you. Bye.
Man, my next movie is one that I'm going to recommend people go into without knowing anything.
Yeah. So we're not going to say anything about it.
I'll say a little bit, but nothing about the plot.
Oh, okay. Paranormal Activity 4.
Yes. Of course, the classic
the
Paranormal Activity 4. Totally not the worst Paranormal Activity. If you don't count Next of Kin. Next of Kin might be one of the worst movies we've watched.
Yes. You know, I'm gonna cut in now. I watched.
You haven't even said my movie.
I know, but still, Paranormal Activity 4. That when I watched that movie, I watched it fucking. That was still when I used to get Netflix DVDs and Blu-rays.
Yeah.
But I gotta tell you, there was one scene on that Blu-ray that they cut out.
Yeah.
And it's a scene where, you know, the girl she's upstairs, and then you can see like the chandelier swinging, and then you can see her like doors opening and shutting. I mean, that's probably the best scene in the movie that they cut out.
That wasn't a well done film, Mike.
No. I just wanted to say that's a deleted scene that they should have kept in.
Yeah.
That was legit. That was a creepy scene.
Yeah, because that's what would have made Paranormal Activity 4 better, is making it longer.
I mean, come on. It wouldn't have hurt. Anyway, sorry, John. Sorry, I just wanted to say that.
So my next movie, that I'm not going to talk about the plot very much at all, is Phantasm.
Oh, I can't even talk about it.
Phantasm is a great movie.
Oh.
The tall man is a great villain.
Yes.
But this is a movie that you really need to go into without knowing anything about the plot.
No.
You don't have to for enjoyment's sake, but I would say Phantasm is one of those movies that has benefited by going into the movie not knowing what the fuck you're watching.
Oh, yeah.
And it will hit you so goddamn hard if you do that.
It will.
Like, for real.
That's a hard movie to watch.
It's a
hard movie to watch.
It's so fucking weird.
It is very
It's
odd.
a weird movie, and it's great.
Yeah.
So go watch Phantasm.
Yeah.
The cast is great. Everything's great.
Yeah.
And after you watch Phantasm, go watch Phantasm 2, too.
Yeah. We never did watch Phantasm 2.
I have all of them. We should watch
God damn it.
Phantasm movies.
Yeah, because we could never find Phantasm 2 streaming.
No.
Nope.
But I think they did put it up somewhere. I don't remember where.
I don't know.
Anyway, go watch Phantasm.
Yeah.
It's great. The remastered version is on Shudder right now.
Yeah.
I think there's also a Joe Bob episode of it. So.
Ooh, is it really?
I think so.
Oh, shit.
So go check it out.
I'll have to go find that too.
Mike.
For numero 7. This is a very good indie film. It has David Caruso in it.
Why is that name familiar?
CSI Miami.
Okay.
Fucking Session 9.
Oh.
Oh my god. This and Silence of the Lambs when I was kind of, I'd have to say, because remember I told you my mom really wouldn't let me watch many horror movies when I was younger.
Mine wouldn't either.
No. And so I was probably around 12, because I think it came around 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
And so by that point, I mean, I was obviously able to watch some stuff, but me and my mom watched this, and it really kind of solidified that I really wanted to be in psychology or dealing with mental health, because it is such a good look at of the psyche of what is really going on with a person. You know, because it's dealing either with schizophrenia or demonic stuff, and the characters are losing their fucking minds.
Yeah, because isn't this the one?
I don't really want to give much away though.
Right. I just want to say, like, if I remember right, this movie is where they're going through old case files.
That's like close to the end. Because they're there basically to fix up the place. They're contractors.
See, what I thought was this whole movie was about people who go to an old hospital.
Yep, psych hospital, yep.
And they're going through the files and they find this one.
I mean they kind of do at the end when they realize what's going on. You know, but they're trying to fix up the building, and you know, I don't think they're obviously going to open it again. They're just trying to make it halfway decent. Yeah. You know, but it just kind of goes into the psyche of people losing their fucking minds. I mean, honestly, that's the thing of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. And it just has that, you know, since it's early 2000, it has that yellow, grainy type of filming. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
You know, it's so good. Give it a watch.
Yeah.
It's a good indie.
Decent one.
Yep. Yep. I'm not going to say any more. I'm not going to spoil anything. Shocker. All right, Johnny.
my next one,
Yes, sir.
I don't really have to talk too much about it
Okay.
because most people have seen it, or there's not a ton of plot to go over. My next one is Paranormal Activity. The first one.
Oren Pelly.
Only because
Oren fucking Pelly.
Only because in order to watch the Paranormal Activity movies, you actually have to watch
You do. You do.
You actually have to watch
Yeah.
all of them in order to get the
Yeah.
story. It's like a fucking Assassin's Creed thing where it's like, oh, I don't know what's happening.
Right. Right.
So, Paranormal Activity is about a couple who...
What the fuck's her name?
It's Mika and something.
Because I know Christy's in the second one.
Yeah. Is it Rebecca?
No, it's something with a. It's something either Christy or. I know Christy's the second one, the sister. I can't remember the first chick's name. But God, they have so many good jump scares in that movie.
Yeah, I think the first 3 Paranormal Activity movies are very solid.
Yeah.
4 is bad. Marked Ones is good.
Yeah.
Ghost Dimensions is good, but in a totally different way.
Yeah.
And then Next of Kin, don't watch that.
No.
It has nothing to do with the story, and it's dumb.
No. I always liked what Oren Pelly did when he was marketing the movie.
Yep.
I think I was just about to start college. And
This is one of those movies that had a crazy marketing scheme because the marketing scheme was that people don't want this movie to be released because it's based on a true story, so you have to go and ask your theater to bring it to the theater.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyways, I mean, what you could have done, you could basically like go to a website and like click.
Yeah.
And you can do that like 25 times a day. And so, they had like an actual like scroller. Like if you get to 1 million, then your local theater was going to go nationwide. Yeah. And obviously it hit 1 million. So, yeah. It was awesome.
It was a cool idea.
It was. And it was like a crowdsourcer, It
was like crowdsourcing.
It was like an OG crowdsourcing. Yeah. I mean, it really was. I mean, it was a very independent film.
Yeah. And it made a gazillion dollars.
It did.
They just released a limited edition collector's set of Paranormal Activity, and I had pre-ordered it. Yeah. Because I was like, oh, I'd love to have a nice Blu-ray set of Paranormal Activity movies. Right. That have all of the endings. Because I have another set that's all in a DVD form. Yeah. And in that DVD set, they don't have... The DVDs that came with it don't have all the endings. Okay. Because one of the things about Paranormal Activity movies is they always have, like... Yeah. The unrated and the unrated version always has a different ending from the theatrical version, and then there's always an alternate ending. Yeah. Yep. So there are 3 different endings that the movie can have, and only one of them is canon. Yeah. So like a couple of the versions that came with it are unrated, and they don't have any of the other ones. So if you watch them all in order, they don't make any sense.
Yeah. It's such a big franchise.
It's a big franchise, and I'm kind of disappointed at the idea of them doing a remake of it.
I don't want a remake of that.
No, I don't want a remake. Make more sequels. Yeah. Don't be ashamed of sequels. No. Hollywood, don't be ashamed of sequels. No. Slap 8 on that movie, and I will go see it. I don't give a fuck. But if you give it like a sub, it's like, oh, Transformers, whatever. I'm like, I don't know which ones I've seen because none of them are numbered, so I'm not going to see it. Right. Like, I would go and see more movies that were sequels if I understood which one was what. Uh-huh. The only one I've cared enough to pay attention to is Star Wars, and I'm starting to not care about it anymore because Disney is bad at their job.
Yeah. Anyways. I mean, you should have seen PA by now. Come on.
I hope so. What I love about that movie is I went and saw it in the theaters. Yep.
You actually saw the first one in the theater?
I did. It was one of the few horror movies I ever got to go and see, and it's because it was rated PG-13.
Oh, sure.
I was able to talk my mom into going, and I had a girlfriend at the time who brought me to go and see it.
Oh, good. Okay.
So since it was PG-13,
yeah, because you had been around 17 because it was 2009. Had it been around 2009, it came
I must
out.
have been. I don't think it came out in the summer though.
No, it came out right in mid to late October.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I might have been 17 at that point.
Awesome stuff. I mean, following up with the second one, I mean, that second one was fun.
What I love about the series is the continuity.
Yeah.
So, like, even though I don't like 4 very much, it's a very boring film.
It still is.
The ending works really well with the other movies.
It does. Yep.
So, and I think it's an interesting story that they're telling.
Yeah. Yeah, with Toby.
Yeah.
Yep. Toby and the witches and the firstborn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool stuff.
Cool stuff. Watch that movie.
Yeah. I mean, come on. You should have watched it by now.
Yeah. But I was going to say, there's nothing like seeing that movie in the theater. Because I saw that one and 3 in the theater.
Did you?
Yep. Those are the only 2 I've seen.
I think I've seen 2 and 3 in the theater. The other ones I did not. No, because mostly we watched the ones for movie night. So
yeah.
All right. My 8th one is Fire in the Sky with Robert Patrick. I can't remember the guy's name, but it's basically the story of Travis Walton, a logger out in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to give it too much away because I've told you we should watch this sometime.
All right.
Yeah. It's
I haven't seen this
basically
movie.
he's a tree logger in Arizona and maybe gets abducted by aliens. And it is one of the best true stories that's adapted from an actual human being.
All right.
Yep, of an abduction. And did I meet Travis Walton? Yes, I have. And that's that's our thing, right, John?
Yep.
Has Mike met him? Maybe. Maybe.
Has Mike met him? Probably.
I mean, probably. Yeah. Yeah, but he's a really good dude, and it's a very fascinating story.
Yeah?
There's a specific part in that movie where it is scary as shit. Yep. And I watched it a couple days ago.
Nice.
Yep.
That's cool.
Oh, hell yeah. And it's actually a really good book, too. Yep. My God, that scared the crap out of me.
Hey, thanks for following.
I literally did. That scared the shit out of me because that's right in my fucking back, right here, dude. I was like, that door is shut. What is behind me? Oh, dude, I got the goosies after that one, man.
Been spending too much time watching fucking Puppet Master, Mike.
Shut up. Johnny, did you break your chair?
No, it just does that sometimes.
Thank you, Man Cave.
Thank you, Man Cave.
Yeah, you scared the living Christ out of me. Thanks, dude. Thanks a lot.
Happy Halloween.
Yes. Man, my fucking goosies went up there, boy. Oh.
Thought there was a zombie behind you.
I thought there was something behind me.
I didn't know that one popped up still.
Holy shit. Anyways, yeah, watch Fire in the Sky. I'm not going to give anything away.
Alright.
Nope, because we have to watch that. Anyways, Jenny, what's your 8th?
So, my 8th is a William Castle movie.
Okay.
It has one of my favorite gimmicks that's ever been in a movie.
Ooh, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
It is 13 Ghosts.
Oh!
The original. 13 Ghosts.
Now the OG.
Yes.
Okay. Not the remake with Monk.
Black and white. I do like the remake alright.
Yeah.
Even though
it's alright.
It has parts where it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
The original 13 Ghosts is basically the same plot, except without a house made out of glass.
Yeah.
And it does this really fun thing.
Yeah.
So this movie, as a kid, I did not understand this movie when it came on TV. Because the TV version is not the theatrical version.
Right.
It is the version where the 3D is taken out of it.
Yeah.
Because back then 3D didn't function well on like the old rounded TVs or something like that. So we recorded this movie on tape off of cable.
Yeah.
And basically it involved, like, in a lot of times in this movie, like, you'll have the kid talking to ghosts and stuff, and it would just show nothing.
Okay.
Like, there was just a kid talking to nothing. At no point did you see any ghosts in this movie, and as a kid, it fascinated me.
Sure.
That this was a movie that had people talking to literally nothing.
Right.
And
when did that come out?
I want to say the 50s.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's black and white.
Right. Okay.
And then my when I watched it with my grandma, I was like, Grandma, why are there, Mama, why are there no ghosts in this ghost movie? And she said, oh, well, you see, this movie originally came out in 3D. Right. And when the ghosts would show up, you would put on your glasses, and then you could see the ghosts. And if you left your glasses off, then you wouldn't see them.
How fucking fascinating is that?
And I was like, that is so cool, because the whole gimmick was, are you, because you would see the 3D images pop up, and it would just be kind of like just jumbly, weird bullshit. Because I got a DVD, and the new DVD that they recently released was a William Castle double feature.
Okay.
And it actually comes with... Okay, this is... I love this Blu-ray.
Yeah.
This Blu-ray's bullshit.
Okay.
Because this is one of the few releases of this movie that I've seen that actually has the 3D in it.
Right.
But it doesn't come with 3D glasses.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant. Brilliant, isn't it?
So I had to order 3D glasses.
Oh, come on. Did you really?
Yeah, but I found some really cool ones that are actually like...
Oh.
They're full plastic frames, kind of like
nice.
Sunglasses.
Sure.
And so I have permanent...
Fantastic.
Teal or cyan red...
Yeah.
Glasses just for that movie and any other movies that are kind of like it that
great.
I can find. But I'm going to constantly talk about how big of bullshit it is. You release a 3D movie without 3D glasses. You can't do that. Why would you do that?
I don't know. That's pretty shitty. That is shitty.
What an oversight.
I know. That's pretty fucking bad.
Because, like, they used to release, like, 3D versions of movies, and they'd always come with the little cardboard specs. Yeah.
Those garbage little fucking glasses.
Yeah, but, like, they were kind of fun. And usually, in the, like, when it came with the DVD, it would always, like, it would have, like, the characters or whatever on it.
Yeah.
But, whatever. This is a really cool movie, and I know it's dumb to be like, oh, this is a fun movie to watch because it's gimmicky.
Right.
But, like, it's fun to watch because it's gimmicky. Right. There's a reason we had House on Haunted Hill on our list last year.
Yeah.
Because House on Haunted Hill in Emergo is maybe one of the most fun theater experiences I've ever had.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, just when they dropped that...
I mean, just the people
alone. When I don't think I've ever seen people scream in a theater like that. When they dropped that mannequin on those people.
Yeah.
They just dropped that from the balcony, and I swear to God, I thought, like, that lady in front of us was gonna die.
Yeah. Oh, that was fucking fun.
Oh, that was so funny.
I mean, there was a lot of kids in there, too.
There were.
Yeah.
But it's just so fun to watch, like, a bunch of kids freaking out at a movie from the 50s. Of course.
Yeah.
Like, old black and white movies, and somehow they can still scare people, and I love it.
Right.
And I will say, because I didn't I had the unique experience of watching this movie many times in my life, but never seeing the ghosts in it until I watched it. I got that Blu-ray like last year or the year before.
Right.
And that's when I saw the ghosts for the first time. And like some of them are pretty creepy.
Okay.
Like there's one, I think it's like a headless lion tamer and his lion.
Okay.
And the headless lion tamer is kind of creepy looking.
Right. Okay.
Some of them are kind of lame. Like one is just a walking skeleton.
Okay. All right.
You know, an old classic, but
sure.
You know, if you put on glasses to see it,
of course,
you know,
adds to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your turn.
All right. Whoa. So, this is my last TV show one. I've only had 2.
You had 3.
No.
Wait, did you?
No, this is only my second one.
I'm counting last year.
Yes, then last year. Shit. It is an X-Files episode that was originally banned, and then they allowed it to go through, and then Fox got a lot of shit about it.
Yeah.
It was Home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one with the inbred.
Yeah.
Basically the people that, you know, they're murderers and stuff like that. But it has such a creepy feel. Because you're dealing with basically like wrong turn people.
All right.
But I mean, they're obviously from the same mom and and then they're creating other children and
all right.
they're killing people and Mulder and Scully and it's a very hard episode to watch.
It's a very bizarre X-Files episode.
It is honest. It is one of the Monsters of the Week episodes.
Like there are some episodes of X-Files where you watch them and you're like, this doesn't feel like X-Files anymore.
No, it feels much darker.
I feel like they have that one episode of X-Files, and I don't remember what it's called, but it's the one with the bugs in the trees.
Oh, yes. I just watched that one a couple weeks ago.
And it's literally, like, apocalyptic. And at the end, you're just like, they're just gonna die. There's nothing they can do.
Right. Yeah, they were both in the hospital, Mulder and Scully. So,
yeah.
I wanted obviously, Home is... That's a terrifying episode. It really is.
Yeah.
And I don't care how old you are. That's a creepy episode.
Do you know if that's on streaming?
Yeah, it's
still?
on Hulu.
All right.
Yeah, it's still streaming.
Huh.
And the Home is on there. Yep. Yeah.
I know X-Files is on Hulu.
And if you wanna watch Home, I mean, prepare for it. It's hard to watch. Yep. It's a good one.
Did you see that?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that little flash. Yeah.
You okay, little guy? I know you're only $12, but please don't die.
Yeah, it's $12. So yeah, that's Home. But I also really wanted to talk too about an episode that was almost a copy of The Thing in Ice in season 1 of the X-Files.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Well, that's a different one for the ones in the trees.
It's not the bugs in the trees. It's that one.
It's Ice. That's basically the thing.
That's the one where I'm like,
That's like the.
I was a biology major with a focus on microecology.
Yeah.
I know how this goes. Yeah. Everyone dies.
Yeah, that's like the leech that attaches, or the alien that attaches to the people out there.
Yeah,
it's very good.
Where it's very much like, this is like
it's like the thing.
Shit.
It's like the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Chris Carter really kind of designed that episode to be. Yep. It's obviously one of my favorite shows too. Yep. So that's the end of my TV stuff.
All right.
Yep. How about you, number 9, Jenny?
I'm changing number 9.
Uh-oh. They don't have to be in order, John.
I know. But that's the one I wanted to change.
Okay. Oh.
I was a little contentious on that one anyway.
All right.
I changed it to Dawn of the Dead.
Ooh,
the original.
The one with Ving Rhames.
With Ken Foree.
Wait, one with Ving
Ken
Rhames.
Foree's not in that.
Yeah, Ken Foree's in that.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, good for me.
Yeah. Yep.
And good for him, because the movie's fucking great.
Yeah. Tom Savini.
Tom Savini is actually in that movie,
He's
too.
a biker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't get to be in film, on film very often. But when he is, he's pretty
fucking
fun.
Bad news, dude.
This has one of my favorite effects, because they used an incredibly simplified version of a squib for this.
Okay.
Because, do you know how they did, like, all the gunshots to the head? Because there are a ton of them in this movie. Is they tied a quarter to a string, and then they put it on the actors' heads, and they put, like, putty with, like, fake blood in it, and then they would just pull that, and then it would start bleeding. And I just love how simple it is to do something like that.
Oh, that had to been Savini.
Yeah, it's just Tom Savini being a fucking genius at special effects.
Yeah. And I imagine on a limited budget, too.
Now, one of the reasons I love this movie, and this is a movie that you should watch as soon as possible. One reason, it actually recently got a 4K release.
Oh, okay.
And that's the first official release that the movie's gotten in, like, 20 years now. So, like, you should probably pick it up before they decide not to release this movie ever again.
Sure.
Second off, this movie is a little too pertinent to things. Because this movie opens up on a debate on a news station. This is a sequel to Night of the Living Dead, and it opens up with a debate on a news station where one person is talking about how we have to listen to the CDC and we can't bury the bodies because we have to burn them and everything. And the other person says, no, it's important for us to maintain normal cultural ideals. Also, are the zombies even real? Is this even a thing? Or is it all made up by the government?
Right.
And I was just like,
oh, that's a little too...
fuck, man.
That hits home a little too hard.
George Romero, you didn't live to see yourself be right.
God damn it, George. Should have known.
Oh, fuck. It's just so wrong. And so great.
Right.
And this is not the darkest Night or Dead movie, because the darkest one is definitely Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
Which was George A. Romero's take on Reaganite.
Yeah.
Like Reaganism.
Right.
Just fascinating to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's Day of the Dead is the first 3 Dead movies are probably the best zombie movies ever made, as far as like serious zombie movies. Serious zombie stories.
Yeah.
Some of the most pertinent ones ever told.
Yeah.
And some people might be a little whatever about it. The most fun one was probably Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, which you covered last year.
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
And I covered Night last year, too.
Yeah.
But Dawn of the Dead is, if you've seen the new one, it's kind of like the new one. Basically, but except the first half hour of the movie is all, like, political drama.
Yeah.
Where, like, we outright see soldiers, they find out that people are illegally keeping bodies from burn pits, so they actually have soldiers go in and raid a tenement.
Right.
And it's a very hard scene to watch.
It is.
And it's uncomfortable. And you find out that these people are keeping all of their dead relatives in a just a room together.
Yep.
And there's a scene where those soldiers kick open that door and they just light up this room full of zombies.
Right. It's pretty great.
It's a gruesome movie with great special effects.
Yep.
It's also one of the weirdest movies.
Yeah.
This movie's got it all. It's like it's got poignant political shit. It's got people holing up in a mall.
Yep.
To save themselves from zombies, and then it's got bikers invading the mall and throwing pies in zombies' faces.
Right.
This movie is out of control.
Yeah. It's goofy.
And it's great.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep. It's a classic.
Yep. And everyone should... This is one of those movies I'm like, everyone should have seen this movie, and not enough people have, and it's a problem.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you should have. I mean, it's how old now?
Well, I'm not saying like, oh, you should have watched it, and it's your fault. I'm saying this movie is never played on TV.
Nope.
It's never available for streaming.
Nope.
And like, I picked up a copy when I was in high school.
Right.
Where I found a copy at Kmart. So it was an older copy.
Right.
And it, like, 3 months later, that DVD that I bought for like $9.99 was selling on eBay for $150 because it wasn't available anywhere.
Right.
Like, and that was one of the last releases that they had until like.
Well, they have a Blu-ray, don't they?
Now they do.
Oh, okay. All right. Wild.
Like they have a 4K now.
Right.
And they had a Blu-ray, but I think it was only a UK Blu-ray.
Okay. Okay.
Because I saw a Blu-ray and it was out of print when the first time I found it, so it was like $200.
Right.
Like if you want to buy it, better buy it secondhand, $200 used.
Sure. Right. Okay.
But I heavily recommend this movie. This is, a lot of people credit The Walking Dead. I hate this because people are like, oh, you know what's, The Walking Dead is ingenious because of the whole, like, we're all infected thing. Oh. And I'm like, dude, that's a concept from Night of the Living Dead in 1964.
Right.
Like, that, the original one, they don't say that, like, oh, everyone being killed by the zombies is coming back. What they say is, the dead are rising. The first dead that we see are people in a graveyard who've come back to life.
Right.
And then Dawn of the Dead deals a lot more with the fact that we can't bury dead people anymore. Right. Like, the whole world kind of has to change because of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good movie.
It is.
Everyone should watch it.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, everyone who likes zombie movies.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't like zombie movies, you probably hate it.
Yeah, you're probably not going to like it.
You might like the first half.
Yeah, you may.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't like the remake very much.
Yeah. It's alright.
Isn't that Zack Snyder?
Yeah. Yeah.
That explains it.
I know.
The only scene I liked in that movie was the zombie baby. That was fun.
Yeah, it was. It's pretty cool. Alright, last one.
Last one.
Last one. Conjuring 2.
Specifically 2.
Yes. I just literally watched this probably a week ago. I don't know, it's something about that movie where, you know, I know it's not around Halloween time, you know, but it kind of is. But
it's kind of a Christmas movie.
It kind of is a Christmas movie, and that's, you know, where it kind of gets you, where it's like, man, this British family is going through so much, and it's Christmas time, you know? You know, you got the Christmas music playing in the background, and I don't know, it's just such a... I mean, I like Conjuring 1, but I think Conjuring 2 is my favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. And it's, I wouldn't say it's exactly a Halloween film, but I liked watching it around Halloween time.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think any of these are Halloween films that I have.
Right.
Like, I didn't put Trick or Treat. I've never seen Trick or Treat. I want to.
Right.
And we have that movie Trick or Treat that we should watch.
Right.
You know who stars in that movie, right?
No.
Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons.
Ooh. All right. Yeah, but Conjuring 2, I mean, this is a movie we saw in the theater, and... I mean,
we did see this one together.
It is. It's just so fun. Such a good one, dude.
I really enjoy the Conjuring universe.
Right.
Not as, like, peak horror.
Right.
I just like them as, like, popcorn movies. They're very just enjoyable movies.
Right. I really like the scene in Conjuring 2 where Judy... I think this is where... What's her face? Fuck's her name? Vera Farmiga's character?
Lorraine Warren.
Lorraine, where she's having a dream.
Yeah.
And, you know, her daughter is, like, eating, and then all of a sudden she sees something in the hallway, and it's the nun. You know, and then the nun goes into the... George, or, what's his name? George, right?
Ed.
Ed. and he goes into the... I don't remember. It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, God, it is.
Yeah. I'm way past my bedtime. But anyways, yeah, so I mean, it goes into Ed's study, and it is so much fun.
Yeah.
It is such a creepy scene because you get like the Christian in the background and shit like that. So, what are you doing, John?
Oh, I was gonna open up Twitch quick.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was trying to do it without being conspicuous.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's a great film. I love it.
Yeah.
I love everything about it.
I love Conjuring 2.
Yep. And that's my last one
too.
Johnny, what's your last one, bub?
All right. My last Halloween movie of the year.
Okay.
Psycho.
Oh, the one
original.
with Vince Vaughn.
Yes. The remake of Psycho. Psycho 98.
Yes.
Of course.
That'd be a good one from Mr. James A. Janice.
No, Psycho from the 60s.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Classic. Everyone knows the shower scene.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the twist at the end.
Yeah.
Even if you haven't seen the movie, you know these things.
Right.
Which is a shame.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, no. When I first saw this movie, I actually didn't know the...
Did I? My dad knew, but he wasn't going to tell me.
Yeah.
Yep, we watched it, and he's like, oh, there's nothing big that happens in this film. I'm like, okay. Like, man, this is a great fucking movie. Anthony Perkins is great.
Anthony Perkins is great through all 4 of the Psycho movies.
Yep.
Well, 4 is questionable. But
Yeah. That's just not a good movie.
the second one's good.
Yep.
And I think, if I remember right, I don't remember if he directed the second one, but for the third one, I remember hearing that Anthony Perkins didn't want to come back for the sequels.
Right.
But what happened was they wrote into his contract that if they got another sequel to it, he would get to direct. So I think Anthony Perkins directed the third and fourth ones.
Oh, cool.
And the third one's alright. The second one...
I like the second one.
The second one is good. I was happy because recently I saw a video... I think it was part of Eli Roth's History of Horror.
Okay.
And it was about horror sequels that are actually good.
Yeah.
And it specifically listed Psycho 2, and I was so happy about that. Because that movie is actually good.
It was. I didn't expect it to be, but it was.
I mean, who would? I think it was made like 20 or 30 years after the first one.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh no.
Yeah, because Anthony is much older.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it has Jamie Lee Curtis's mom.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always forget that.
Yeah, she's the lady in the shower scene.
I always forget that. I forget her name, but I always forget that she's Jamie Lee Curtis's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know it has the ultimate twist.
Yep.
It has the ultimate twist.
Which we're not going to spoil in case you don't know it.
Nope.
But
nope.
Go ahead, watch this one.
Oh yeah, come on. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bates Motel, I mean, come on. There's a whole show about it.
I haven't watched that.
No, I like that show. The show was very good. It was with Vera Farmiga. It was Mrs. Bates, and then you have, I can't remember the kid who played Norman, but
I just felt like I didn't need to watch a prequel to Psycho.
I don't know. I mean, just see how Norman became Norman. I like that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah. Any honorable mentions, John?
I didn't write any down.
Oh, no? Okay.
I'll save any honorable mentions for next year since this is apparently going to be an annual thing.
I mean, it probably will be. then I will wait to share mine.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Save it for next year.
Yes, sir. Will I remember what I say next year? Probably not. But I'll probably write them down somewhere.
I got myself a nice notebook that I keep by my desk. So.
Yep. Anyways, thank you for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Happy Halloween weekend.
Yeah, happy Halloween Eve?
Eve.
Let's
see who we can raid. Anybody on?
Panda's on. Paisley Panda is on.
All right.
That's all I got.
Okay.
So let's jump over there.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Thanks for joining us for this special. Oh yeah, you can check out YouTubes and stuff. It's my chat. Oh wait. I can't do it through here. Oh well. Bye everybody.
Bye everybody. You know the stuff.
And where? Oh. Alright, for all the YouTube people, see you later.
Bye everybody.